Hey, what is going on, my good friends? And welcome back to Van Zeek's Hell Edition. So, what is he going to hit us with this time? This cannot be good as always, but let's jump on in and try and get some delicious progression. Oh, yo! I'm sure we can explain that picture, but that is exceptionally bad for our case. Um, yeah, Van Zeeks couldn't really have produced anything worse. This is bad.
Good Lord! It's the defendant!
Oh man, tense violins kicking in. What's he slamming the desk for? Oh yeah, just to get his point across.
As the court can clearly see, the accused is pictured gun in hand facing the victim over the shop counter. No doubt coercing the proprietor to open the door to his storeroom.
Remember, he was shot in the back. In case Van Zeeks tries to say anything otherwise.
Quite. One can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photo as evidence, if you please, counsel.
A photo taken automatically by the red-handed recorder showing the scene a short time before the murder took place.
Ugh.
I don't believe it, Ginny. God damn, we got a lot of evidence. You see, it's really bad when you get 2 and sometimes 3 pages of evidence, because when you do get stuck, it's just such an easy way to lose all your lives. Damn. Ruff! How you doing, doggy? Okay, so if he normally leaves his gun on the desk, yeah, that does look like his. Okay. Nah, not seeing any clues here. Okay.
In short, the accused is the only person who could possibly have killed Winterbank.
Ah! Snap out of it, Ryu. I say, my lord. Who's that? Him. Wonder if I might put in a word at this point.
Go ahead, Foreman.
Took a bally bullet to the knee in the Battle of Maywand, 1880, don't you know? Decorated for it and all that, but forced to retire from service, sadly. Of course, a medal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield.
Yes, Foreman, and what exactly is your point?
Carried on the battle after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like. And here I am now leading this small squadron. 6 men, all good and true. I think it's more women than men, actually, right? Or is it even? And we'll all go down together, you mark my words. All for one, and all for one. Did I say... Did he tweeze it? I may have just horrendously messed up there. Oh yeah, one for all and all for one. Not all for one and all for one!
The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached agreement, have they? Is that what we are to understand?
Well, Foreman, is that correct?
No, don't just say guilty already! In a manner of speaking, yes. That is the Ganadeb squadron's position, sir. What? No, it's too soon to make a judgment here. Status report for the courtmen on the double. His lordship insists on promptitude at all times, and that goes for making decisions too. I think you'll find the truth is as clear as day now. I could reach out and touch it.
I wouldn't have left it in there, I just wouldn't. But in all honesty, I can't actually remember.
Situation clear. Stop. No room for doubt. Stopped. Truth now undeniable. Stop. Damn. I am very sorry for brothers. They are unlucky.
Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury
Oops.
to state his or her leaning in this matter. Announce your considered verdicts to the court.
Guilty.
Oh, yo.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Okay, so we kind of got 2 out of 6 voices right there. Not bad. You bastards, why? Why does everyone just immediately hate defendants? Or the accused, which which way you want to say it.
It does indeed appear that the jury is unanimous in its leaning already.
Yeah, no thanks to Zeke's. That photo! It must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned. But Ginny didn't shoot him. No, of course not. My lord, the defence wishes to assert its right to a summation examination. Of course.
Very well, the court grants permission.
Ah, gotta love an ancient law.
So you refuse to admit defeat again. How unsurprising.
I wonder if Zeke's knows, I guess he doesn't, that McGilded was behind the last case all along. Maybe we should actually... Although these cases seem to both be hella linked, so we probably will have to bring that up in court at some point. Which, you know, I wonder what that's going to do. Although the victim and the accused are both dead, so there's not much you can do, but we may get in a lot of trouble for it. But we didn't know at the time.
We shall proceed immediately with the summation examination. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready?
Absolutely, sir. Always ready for action, my chaps.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
That's it, guys.
Open up the pit. We go again.
The jurors' contentions. All the evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocketini. Pickpocketine, maybe? As a housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated. I think you'll find that if you look at that photo in stereo, the truth will just pop out. Oh man, can we do that? That might break the case.
If I have let it in there, I should think there'll be repercussions by now.
Mind made up. Stop. Global radio transmission. A verdict to follow. Stop. In motherland we say, never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent. The brothers.
The circumstance of the crime and the evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively.
The storeroom locked from the inside, in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. And in the accused's hands, the fatal revolver, the firing of which was heard by these witnesses.
Not to mention this print. Yeah, it's pretty blatant. Taken from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. That young girl's on the verge of pulling the bally trigger. Ugh, thanks a lot, Sholmes. Oh dear, Hurley's cameras were supposed to help, not hinder.
I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you.
But Gina didn't shoot Winterbank. Which means there's more to this situation than we've yet to see. Agreed. Wait, but isn't Blue when we're thinking it? What is she agreeing with?
You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination.
Better save my game. Open up the pit. Let's go. The defense's rebuttal. Bling bling. Okay, better hydrate before this. It could be serious. I guess. You see, if you open up the pit straight away, I think that's a bit like if you throw or present evidence too quickly without pressing first. So we may just have to do a round of pressing anyway. But I think we should have a look and see which two statements blatantly contradict each other first, just to potentially save time on pressing needlessly. So, yep, that's kind of true. That's not really relevant, so maybe we could press that. That seems amazing, so we should press that. That's not relevant. Again, not relevant. Judge my hair. So yeah, we could potentially present or press. Right, let's just press from here on and see what happens.
Hold it!
Polishing the bench, I see, again. A maid's work is never done, not a blemish must remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores? On my way to market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of beggars, pick-purses and crossmen, the scum of the earth. Hey, East London's cool. A little harsh, perhaps.
Let me be plain. If it were up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span or eradicated.
God damn, this woman's awful.
At least we have people like the great detective working to achieve these important goals.
You're referring to Sholmes?
That's right, I like to keep abreast of his exploits by reading Rant's magazine in between my duties. He does wonders cleaning up London streets. In my opinion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital.
A maid? What? Sholmes, a maid?
It's really quite unforgivable, gutter scum having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective.
Minor detail, it was the two brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Sholmes, not the defendant.
A minor detail indeed, they're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that's not really reason to cast guilty. It doesn't sound like you've actually got a clear concept of this case, and like the small mechanics, like who is actually supposed to have shot who? Not just it doesn't matter, guilty. Well, it just might be an idea to get our facts straight anyway.
Yes, all right, I shall amend my statement.
Aha! This is why we press first.
Those brothers are the scum of the earth. They should swing for shooting a great detective.
So maybe against the guy who's like, I feel very sorry for them.
Hold it!
Nice! Let's try this. Please tell me you're not villain Bolshevik. The Russian revolutionary.
Revolutionary?
Was he the guy in the papers? Nah, I believe there is such a rumor. It's just a rumor? As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like vicious criminal. Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out. People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat.
And which glove fits?
What's that, a Bible? Good day, I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. What? Right, that didn't sound staged at all. You'll forgive me for having my doubts. To be treated like vicious criminal all the time. It is very painful. People do not realize, so I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look. The Skulking Brothers? Maybe they went inside pawnbroker's shop, but they have done nothing wrong. That is all I want to say. The Skulking Brothers did nothing wrong that night. Alright, well first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris.
What is it?
The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London town, aren't they?
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it?
In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary?
I wish I knew.
If I can't change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors, the trial will be over.
But we know that Ginny would never shoot anyone.
Yes, we need to find contradictions. I must be ready to go to whatever lengths I have to convince them of Gina's innocence. Oh, I see it. Then we got to reset. Nice. So we will try that.
Objection.
Hey, music stopped. Those 2 statements clearly contradict each other.
Good Lord, counsel, explain yourself.
Oh my statement contradictory?
Contradict. C-R-N. Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of the stick. I do not have stick, I have mouse. As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skulking brothers fled the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver. New tune.
Yes, they shot poor Sholmes in the abdomen, I understand.
Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear. Was he resting his hand on the sword? Abdomen, ABD. Sir. Sorry, my English is still learning. You are telling the court you didn't hear. Forgive me, I did not hear. Ugh. Here is word. Abdomen, part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. If this is what you mean, you should say in plain English, I am Russian, not native speaker. You thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again? So, you are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? They said before, we never done nothing, but truth is, they shot detective. This is double negative. Yes, that's exactly right. Why is he squeezing the mouth so tight? Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by a person who look like criminal. Why am I giving this guy Queener's voice from Final Fantasy IX? Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced. This means, when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also a big fat lie. Is this true? Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so... Enough, I trust no one now. It's not the mouse's fault though, sir. I must see with own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself. I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Yes, it is, Runo. Easily.
Sorry?
With the prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder. If you compare the print that pictures Ginny and the next print from half an hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not. Gooey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one.
Okay.
Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulking brothers entered the shop and summarily heard the fatal gunshot ring out.
Okay.
Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. This is the print produced by the camera half an hour later after the brothers' flight.
No, they stole Winterbank.
Oh man.
Sudden yawn and a stretch. Gotta be done. Okay.
So this is taken after Hurley was shot then. As far as I can tell. Nothing has been taken.
That does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print. I need to look at these though. Saw the brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. They shot man but they stole nothing. It would seem so, yes. Good. No, not good. You were right. I did not understood situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial. Nice. Not guilty. One down.
Yay, well done, Runo. The balance is shifting.
Well, it's a start, I suppose. But there must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. And if I can do that, we just might turn the situation to our favour still.
Thank you, Counsel. Continue with the summation examination, and kindly hand that new photo to the bailiff to be filed as evidence.
The post-shooting photograph. Okay, so I want to check that immediately. Another print in the court record. I wonder if we can make use of that. But, of course. In lack of lies are many dead fish. We must find truth. Therefore I say not guilty verdict. Okay, let's have a quick look. Apologies, may have to do this quickly for a few times. Scales and candles. Right, I don't think anything from the table is gone. And Winterbank and Jean are in the way. So, yeah, this isn't too good for now from what I can tell. No, hour. Global transmission. Right, so maybe she's not important. Oh, so we only pressed her and then went for it, right?
Hold it!
Cool. Let's try this guy. What do you mean look at the photo in stereo? Sorry, what? Don't you know? If you look at the photo normally, it looks as though the pickpocket girl is about to shoot the victim, obviously. But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun. All I'm saying is that if you look at the same print in stereo, it could reveal all sorts of new information. By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes? Ooh, how did you know? Let's call it a lucky guess. It never gets old seeing the two prints merge into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary, it's captivating, it's the heart of modernity. Of course. Oh yeah, I think you'll find that the stereoscope is here to stay. Giving us new perspectives we could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen. If only you could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you. Right, there was no offer to actually use the photo there, so let's just try him. What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that.
Ah, so sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon.
A surgeon? That totally passed me by.
Of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors, oh no. Even though me and my kind are at the forefront of medical science, the real brains in the field.
So, what is it that you think you've left behind?
Ah, well, that's a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing, went in through the abdomen.
Is this Sholmes?
But when I'd finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere.
What? Did he? Surely not.
Exactly, surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? That's what's been troubling me this whole time. Could I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't. So there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing really.
That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter. Yo, that is extreme.
That's exactly my concern. And seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up, I need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you can be without being sure.
I'm sure you need to be more sure.
Hold it!
Right, we can just press her and then the foreman, I guess. Sorry, radio transmission, what do you mean? Are you from the Far East? Stop. Yes, from the Empire of Japan.
All communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal Mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey.
Yo, Royal Mail back then? Hell yeah.
Ah, but now we have the electric telegrams, so we can send messages using electric signals. Thousands of miles of cables have been laid along the ocean beds, connecting the entire world.
Thousands of miles of cable on the ocean bed? It makes my head hurt just thinking about it.
You are well informed, young lady. Hee hee.
But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop. And just when I was starting to catch up.
Radio transmission is the future. Stop. Mary's messages carried over airwaves to four corners of globe. Stop. Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop.
Right. Try not to wear out your fingers.
Era of wireless telegraphy. Stop. Driving technological revolution. Stop. And people say inventions like the stereoscope of the height of technology. What utter piffle.
Okay.
I can't understand it. I really can't. They're just silly toys.
Excuse me.
Juror number 3, sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but... What? Do you perhaps have something to say about juror number 5's last remark? As if I couldn't guess? Oh, you bet I do. Say that again. Go on, I dare you.
Goodness, are you talking to me?
I think he might just be, yes. You think stereoscopes are just toys to you, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, really, a machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional.
What a great way to appease the man.
No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all.
You just don't know.
Pardon?
I think you'll find that viewing a photo through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. What's he gonna say? Go ahead, mate, put the photo in. I'm obviously gonna have to demonstrate. What sort of possibilities? Oh, here we go. Well, take a crime scene for example. If you had a pair of photographs from a crime scene that you could view through a stereoscope... Ooh, what if we did have a couple of 100 photos in our back pocket that we've just so happened to sift through, so we have a before and after? Well, we will have to find out next episode, guys, because that seems like a perfect place to leave things. So if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, then of course check some of them out, and more importantly let me know what you thought, because feedback is delicious and helps growth. If you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles adventure so far, then catch up. But the main thing is, guys, as always, you know it. I hope you're well, thanks for watching, and see you again next time.